Alright, so I was gonna make a different video today, but this video is titled Fairy Tail is Destroying Its Legacy, and the thumbnail was a picture of Wendy, and they're like, this character is ruining the anime. I wonder what this guy is talking about. Honestly, I feel like Wendy is a great character, and I wonder what he's gonna speak about on this video. So yeah, if you guys are interested in what he has to say about Fairy Tail, you know, 'cause I also do Fairy Tail content just a little bit, but yeah, let's get into it. Like up the video, please.
As a day one Fairy Tail fan, this video is going to sting me personally. But I feel like a true fan is able to criticize their most favorite and beloved anime, no matter how painful it will be. Some of you guys have probably noticed yourself, but it's something that is kind of getting to me, and that's a problem. As most of you guys know, the old Fairy Tail, the first OG, iteration of Fairy Tail,
OG,
was probably the best era of the entire franchise.
Really?
Now, I've seen all 328 episodes of Fairy Tail, including the OVAs and everything else like that. But as I started watching 100 Year Quest, I've noticed a significant difference in the way the anime goes about things. Like, don't get me wrong, it still has the same old classic Fairy Tail vibe, but there's something I'm noticing. And to put it bluntly, I think that Fairy Tail has a huge rinse and repeat formula going on. Exhibit A, the doppelganger arc, where they find pretty much exact duplicates of themselves that are slightly different in personality, similar to the Edalus arc, anyone, that happened in the original series. Exhibit B, the Fairy Tail Guild being forced to fight each other. I don't know, I feel like I've seen that arc before. I just can't put my finger on it. How many times are we gonna watch Natsu and the gang fight their guild? I don't know why they do it so much. Maybe to show like the levels that they have improved. I don't know. But they've done it so many times to the point where it's like, okay, we've seen that. Can we stop? Now, don't get me wrong. I love seeing the whole entire Fairy Tail Guild go up against their.
Wait. Yeah, like they did it like 3 times. Is he talking on the side here? My bad. I don't know if he is or not because he got the shit. He drawing something, bro. They've only done it like twice, where they fought each other. I mean, I guess they kind of did it in the tournament, but like not really. And then that arc was like the 3rd, 4th arc ever. That was way more current. Powers have changed, dynamics have changed, and the situations were completely different. You know, completely different. I guess the fairy, I forget what that place is called with the duplicates, but like that's more like a gag, I guess. I didn't really take it seriously. Like you see, like I guess for me, some things that other people take way more seriously is a lot bigger of a problem for them than it is for me, obviously. But I still feel like it's okay.
Family,
not,
see how much more stronger they've gotten throughout the seasons. It's cool, you know. I love seeing Mary Jane fight Urza. It's awesome. I love seeing Natsu go up against Gajio and Loxus on a daily basis. It's fun. I get it, but it gets to a point where it's like, all right, you guys are doing this so much that it's not even entertaining anymore. One of the coolest arcs in Fairy Tail was when Loxus turned against the entire guild, tried to become the Fairy Tail leader. I think that was one of the best versions of the Fairy Tail fighting each other. And that was right after Phantom Lord, which was Gajio's old guild, attacked them and damn near destroyed the entire guild, actually. And basically after that attack, Loxus was embarrassed because Fairy Tail was a laughingstock and they were told that they were weak and everything. And he was trying to make it stronger and he wanted to show them that, you know, Fairy Tail ain't no bitches, you know what I'm saying? So he wanted to take over as the guild leader, and in that pursuit, he ended up going too far and a whole fight broke out between the guild. Probably the most emotional episode I've seen. Like, I actually cried a little bit during that episode. Like, it was so emotional and it was like crazy, like how good that one was. But now in the new 100 Year Quest, they're also fighting the guild, and this time they're being hypnotized by the White Witch, okay? And not saying it's a bad storyline, but it's like,
oh shit, here we go again.
It's like, come on, y'all, can we get some new storylines, please? Oh yeah, and also the whole Igneo.
Okay. I understand like comparing the two arcs, obviously, Battle of Fairy Tale and pretty much Battle of Fairy Tale B2. But in the first one, fucking only really jobbers fought each other, and all the good fights were at the end against actual people, and mostly it was only Loxus and the Thunder Legion they really had to worry, like actually fight about, you know. And in the end, it was just really Urzaverse, Evergreen, Lucyverse, Big Slow, Miraverse, Freed, and then Natsu and Gaiju versus Lock. That was really the only real main fights that were like hype. Everything else was mid as fuck. In this, I don't know what the exact title of the arc is, but the White Witch arc, is what I'm gonna call it. Uh, everyone's mind controlled. Everyone's a hell of a lot stronger, and everyone's way more on par than they were before. Look at Loxus. Loxus was dogging Urza for the most part, and then Jalol was also a part of it, even though he kind of turned to a gag towards the end, I believe. And then we had Gravers, the Stratus siblings, uh, like Gajo versus Natsu again. There's just so many, and I feel like it was a lot more fun that way. You know, they had to hunt down the guild again, and you know, I don't know. I personally enjoyed it, especially with all the dragon god shit going on in the background was also like pretty fun
Son
for me.
thing. That sounds very similar to the Zeref and Natsu thing. So now he has like another brother, apparently, that he has to fight and become stronger for to beat.
You're telling me you're Ignil's kid? Screw you, buddy!
Like, am I going crazy? So despite
Okay, I have noticed a lot of similarities between Ignia and Zeref within the manga, but I'm not gonna say that's a bad thing. You know, obviously, I'm just saying I'm seeing the coincidence here, but like other animes do this just as much. You know,
Despite the Fairy Tail 100-Year Quest rinsing repeating a lot of the storylines in the old version of Fairy Tail, there is also another big issue that we had to address. A huge elephant dung in the room that we have to look at. We need to address the fan service.
okay,
Ain't no
let's
way
address it.
AJ of all people is talking about fan service. Ain't no way he's talking about fan service. First off, I'm not complaining about it. I will never be that one guy who's like,
I cannot watch anime with fan service. It ruins the whole experience.
if you're that scared of boobs, then make sure you don't watch anime, period. Like ever.
Or
And
just
besides, Fairy
anything.
Tail has always had fan service since like the first episode. So like nothing's changed in that department. But in 100-Year Quest, I'm more concerned about how much more abundant it is. I can't be the only Fairy Tail fan who's noticed a significant influx in the fan service. And I'm not gonna lie, it's teetering toward Fire Force levels of obnoxious. Now, if you guys know Fire Force, which is, by the way, another good anime, but Fire Force has a habit of inserting fan service where it's just not needed, and it can sometimes ruin moments of the show that would otherwise be impactful. And I won't lie, Fairy Tail is teetering on that edge. Not as bad, but still. And I don't know if they had a change of management or something like that, but there's fan service in damn near every single episode now. Whereas before, it was more spread out, you know, sprinkled in there throughout the season, and it was bearable. Like sometimes you didn't even notice. And I won't even lie, most of the Fairy Tail fan service is reserved for the OVAs or even just like filler episodes, which is fine. Like it's a filler episode. Whatever. Do whatever you want with that episode, right? But now it feels like they're low-key relying on it, and I don't know why. And it started getting even worse when they started fan servicing the one character that was never used for fan service throughout the entirety of Fairy Tail, and that was Wendy Marvell. When I saw them using Wendy for fan service,
Fucking Ed. I don't ever cry about fan service, especially for Fairy Tail when there's other shows that have it like as much. Like there's One Piece. You cannot fucking sit here and tell me One Piece doesn't have no fucking fan service when every single female character that's built normally is built the exact same big ass breasts, tiny waist, big ass thighs, bro.
except that way. Fairy Tail has never used Wendy for fan service. He was kind of the peer character of the show. So it's pretty jarring seeing it because I was like,
That's weird.
that was the first alarming set off when I started watching 100-Year Quest. I was like, wait a minute. This is new, and I know what you're gonna say before you even say it. Well, Wendy's technically 21 years old, dude. It's been a 7-year time skip after the whole,
Okay,
frozen
she
in
didn't
times
age.
thing. And if that is your excuse,
You
I
weird.
got my eye on you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be watching you like a hawk, bro. Now, I knew when they started using Flute Wendy for fan service that I was like, something is going on with Fairy Tail, and I don't understand what's happening.
I guess
Now, I could be wrong.
Only scene I'm remembering that was like fan service. I guess that scene you just showed with the fire. But other than that, only other scene I remember is with the fucking spider dragon guy. That's the only time I remember her having like real fan service.
But I don't remember
and even then, it was
episode
really
in
like
the original Fairy Tail
I'm not gonna say
series
subtle,
where
but not that
Wendy
big a
was
deal.
ever
like,
fan service. I don't remember that ever happening, and if there is, correct me if I'm wrong.
to me, okay, this is how I'm gonna describe fan service. Something unnecessary. You know what I'm saying? If they need to get into if they're going deep underwater and they're gonna wear bathing suits, that's fine. That's not out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? That's completely normal. But if it happens to Lucy all the time, if Lucy's fighting someone and they're like, "Oh, I'm gonna just rip your clothes off," why? You know what I'm saying? Why? You know, if you're gonna do that, just like hurt her, not her clothes. You know what I'm saying? That's fan service. Like when it comes out of nowhere, if it's makes sense, like they're fighting and like their clothes are getting damaged, that makes more sense to me. You know what I'm saying? So that's fan service to me. Whatever fan service is to you guys, I feel like whenever there's just big boobs on the screen, people are like, "Oh, it's fan service. Yep, we're done." Like, come on.
Wrong, but I don't think they've ever done fan service with Wendy. And that's a good thing, right? Even her new outfit is kind of fan servicey, but it feels like something that Lucy would wear.
That's crazy to say. That's a crazy statement. Considering who actually wore the outfit, it makes sense for her to wear it since she's using her power. You want her to have a whole different outfit? It wouldn't make sense to me.
Instead of Wendy wearing, you know what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong, it's a cool outfit, but just not on her. Just
Nigga, it's not her outfit.
not on Wendy, please. Anyway,
See, that's what I'm saying. That right there, that outfit, that's not out of nowhere. You know, it makes sense. She's using Irene's power. Irene let her use her power. She wears her outfit. You know what I'm saying? It makes sense. Right? Him saying, "Oh, this outfit I see Lucy wearing." Why Lucy of all characters? I guess he's just trying to take it away from Wendy, as you know, the little kid of the group. But still, I don't see that as fan servicey. It's just an outfit. You know what I'm saying? Like if it was a fucking bunny girl outfit, obviously don't get me wrong, this outfit is a little revealing, but at the same time, it ain't showing none. You know what I'm saying? Girls like this, shit. I don't know where you guys are at, but where I'm at, girls go out worse than this every day, at all ages, bro. I used to go to school all the time. Well, everyone goes to school all the time, but girls wear shit like this all the time. It ain't. Come on.
I mean, like, don't get me wrong, it's a cool outfit, but just not a pretty fun watch. I won't lie. Like I said earlier, I am able to enjoy a media, whether it's anime, cartoons, live action shows. I'm able to consume that stuff and still find the flaws in it because nothing is perfect. Okay, actually, I take it back. There are some things that are perfect. Like
what?
Avatar: Last Airbender. Nothing. There's no flaws in that show at all.
Yeah.
But still, there are some shows that are not perfect, and I can still enjoy an anime, but still break it down and find the flaws in it. And those are just a few that I've noticed. Now, I have heard that some people do not like the new art style for Fairy Tail. Me personally, I don't mind. I mean, it doesn't have that old classic 2000s look.
Yeah,
that
but we're
most
not in
older
the old
animes had
2000
that came out
classics.
that time.
Come on.
2000s anime have, like, you know, thicker line art and looks more rougher and kind of, I don't know, has more energy to it in my opinion. While the newer animes have like very hair thin line work and it's way more polished in my opinion. But it's definitely not a bad art style.
Yeah,
but I don't think
fine.
the animation is bad. It's pretty good in my opinion. But like I said, it's just not the old style, which is fine because styles change throughout time. That's just
100%.
how life works. That's how everything works. Things change over time. I will say, as someone who has not caught up on the manga, I was pretty shocked that Gajil and Levy are having a child. Let's go! You should have seen the smile on my face when I realized that she was pregnant. I was like, wait, hold up. Wait a minute.
Which
My
foundation?
fucking head. Bro, I'll never understand why niggas don't read manga, bro. There's cases I don't want to read. But they'll read the fucking subtitles, though. Like, come on, gang.
What's going on now?
I mean, we do have a kid on the way.
I know so many people who have a problem with that, though. So many people have a problem with Gajo having a kid, bro. especially with Levy, bro. It's crazy.
Now, all I need is for them to do the same thing with Lucy and Natsu. Because I'm not gonna lie, I'm getting sick of waiting. I'm getting sick of the edging. Let them kiss or something. Do something, please. Sorry.
Bro, Natsu doesn't even know how pregnancy works, bro. You expect him to kiss her? I feel like he doesn't even know what that is either.
I had a moment, and I want to apologize. Anywho, let me know if you guys are watching Fairy Tail 100 Year Quest and how you like it so far in the comments. Do you agree or disagree with anything I said? It's okay. We're all here to share opinions. That's all right. Just share what's on your mind, bro. And like I said, Fairy Tail 100 Year Quest is pretty good. You know, even though I have noticed that they are rinsing and repeating a lot of the things that happened in the older anime, but I am glad they kept the comedic aspect of the actual original show. I had plenty of times where I laughed throughout, you know, Fairy Tail, because Fairy Tail has pretty good comedy. I'm not gonna lie. Compared to most animes, I think Fairy Tail has some pretty underrated comedy, and I'm glad that they kept that overall, you know, energy and feel. So while I won't consider Fairy Tail 100 Year Quest to be the best iteration of Fairy Tail, I will say it's all right. You know, it's not bad. I'm gonna continue watching it, of course. And I think I'm gonna start doing ratings at the end of my reviews for these different animes I'm watching. So I'm gonna have to give Fairy Tail 100 Year Quest a score of okay. Putting my biases aside, because I love Fairy Tail, I'm gonna have to give it an honest score of 6 out of 10.
Right,
like I said,
it.
the rinse and repeat arcs are pretty obvious and blunt, and the fan service has been upped to 100. And it's honestly not needed in my opinion, because Fairy Tail had a good amount of fan service in the old shows. Keep it the same, you know? You can still have it, obviously, but just I feel like they're relying on it too much, and that's probably one of the reasons why it's getting a score of 6 out of 10 instead of, like, you know, an 8 or a 9 out of 10. With that being said, y'all, thank you guys for watching this video. I'll see you guys next time, and peace out!
Alright, let's get over what he said, bro. So, repeating of arcs happens to every fucking show, bro. Even in the big three, bro. Dragon Ball is a huge offender of this, bro. New threat. He's hella strong already. Goku can't beat him. No one can beat him. Goku gets to a level around that nigga. Then nigga pulls out a new form. And then Goku can't beat that, so he has to go train again. Then bro whips out another form while fighting the other niggas who were also training while Goku was fighting, bro. And now he gets a new form, and then Goku has to come out and beat this guy in his brand new strongest form. Like that's happened 3 times in Dragon Ball, bro. 3 times. And niggas say it's the best. I'm not hating on it. I'm just saying it happens all the time. Bleach, same thing. Iran cars pull up, you know, they're the strongest ever. They were saying Iran cars are stronger than fucking captains, which was Cap. Then they're fighting Aizen, who was like the strongest nigga ever, bro. Nigga was soloing all the captains by himself, bro. And then Ichigo pulls up, hits him with a Getsuga Tensho, and kills him. You know, or does you know what I mean? And then next we get the Quincy's. Quincy's are so strong. They're better than captains. Oh my god, they're so much more powerful. Oh, here's Yuha soloing all the captains. Oh, he beats the head captain who's stronger than all the other captains. Oh my god. And then we go to his palace, and then Ichigo hits him with a Getsuga Tensho and kill. Like, you see what I'm saying? It's same thing happened, bro. It's just different. You know what I'm saying? It's a little different, but same premise is still here. And One Piece, holy shit. Every arc, we go to an island. Oh, some people. Oh, they're going through a crisis. Oh, let's inadvertently help them somehow just because I don't like how this guy is treating their people, you know, because he's killing their dreams. So, yeah, I'm a kill him too, you know? Happens every fucking island they go to. Cannot fucking tell me otherwise, bro. So, the fact that, you know, repeating arcs is gonna cause him to, like, see it as an issue is weird, especially considering I didn't really view it that way with the same arcs to me. You know, I didn't really view it that way. Fan service, I feel that's just something people are gonna have to get used to nowadays, especially in just modern anime. Like I said, I feel like people just openly just use that term. When it comes to fan service, I mean, fan service has been a thing forever. Like, come on. But I'm not gonna harp on that too much. I already talked about fan service enough about in Fairy Tail, but you know, it is a thing that I'm like, yeah, it could be toned down a lot, but it's whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's just like it's just boobs. If you're scared to look at boobs, you shouldn't be watching anime. Let's be honest, bro. But yeah, there are flaws with fairy tale. I'm not gonna say it's act like it's perfect. Nothing's perfect, obviously. Not even Avatar Last Airbender, bro. Everything has flaws. Everything is not perfect, but you know, I'm gonna just get up out of here. Hope you have a great day. Let me know what you guys think about fairy tales, 100 requests, and the fan service, and the the repetition or the repeating of certain themes and arcs and shit. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section below. Other than that, I'm gonna get up out of here. Hope you have a great day. Peace.